We're here with Brian Morrow at SeaWorld, the creative director, and a little bit earlier he gave us some facts about the dome and about the construction that's going on here. So now can you tell us a little bit about the stars? And I would say those are the live turtles themselves that people will be able to see after they follow the turtle in the movie.
That's correct, yeah. SeaWorld is known for blending animals with entertainment and immersion experiences, which is what our guests really want to come see and do. And we couldn't do that without the actual creatures themselves, these amazing sea turtles. And
you have 4 different species of turtles here, and what's the type that people will see in the movie?
So the green turtle will be the turtle that we're following. I'm actually wearing her around my neck. This is our hero turtle. We'll tell you her name in a couple weeks, probably the next round. But this is the turtle that we follow and that we are during the film and that we come to connect with, the green turtle. These turtles will also be on exhibit before you enter the film space. So guests will have a chance to make a connection with those live animals and learn the real stories of those turtles. Now let's talk about these stories. They're really important. These turtles have come to us to be in our care from a couple different ways. Most of them have come to us because they've been injured or harmed in the wild, and they need our care in our turtle facilities and our animal care hospital here on property. And most of them we release back to the wild. To date, SeaWorld's released over 2,000 turtles back to the wild, which may not sound like a big number, but it's an enormous number in the world of sea turtles because only 1 to 2 out of every sea turtle born out of a nest of 100 actually make it to adults. So returning 2,000 adults back to the population is a big number and making a big difference. But it's not only about what SeaWorld is doing to help turtles, it's also about what our guests can do to help all marine life, including sea turtles. And they're going to learn what those steps are here at the Turtle Trek and in our retail and post-show experiences at Above Water Viewing, where they will actually get to become everyday heroes themselves to go make a difference in the entire world.
And I know you had mentioned in the construction part that SeaWorld has been able to play a large role in changing attitudes about manatees and in really helping the species overall. So was that something that was an inspiration behind using sea turtles because of, that they're in such peril now to put this new attraction in?
Yes, it was. We have a great history at SeaWorld of doing what we do best, and that is connecting people with the animals, making them understand the animals, and most importantly, care about the animals. And as soon as they make a connection and can care about a living creature, they will edit their own personal behaviors to make a change in that creature in the wild, which will also affect a lot of different marine life in the world. So Manatees did just that. It was built back in the 80s here at SeaWorld Orlando, was our first one, and it was a huge success for us because people wanted to see what was a manatee. That was a weird animal, I've never heard of that before, and they came to realize how in peril they were from our actions as humans. We were the greatest harm to those animals. So we showed our guests what the dangers were, we introduced them to the animals themselves, and then showed them what they could do to change their behaviors. And since then, laws have been passed, changes in people's behavior have occurred that have changed the plight of that animal and really made a positive impact on its future. So we're hoping sea turtles will do the same.
So it's, excuse me, not just the direct hands-on action that SeaWorld does with the rescues, but really it sounds like you're setting out to change attitudes.
Yes. SeaWorld, we're one of the largest conservation and zoological facilities on the planet. We have more animals in our care than anybody else in the world, and we know a lot about them, and we return an enormous amount back to the wild. Even this morning, we're rescuing a dolphin off the coast of Florida. So we do a lot of work, and we don't mind doing that work, and we'll do all the really heavy work, but what we need all of our guests to do are all the simple actions to make changes in their own behaviors at home, wherever home may be, and it doesn't have to be next to the beach, it can be anywhere on the planet. They can make a difference in nature and marine life around the world.
And one quick question about the movie. Are there any little Easter eggs or hidden things that people should look out for?
There are, but I can't tell you what they are, or they wouldn't be Easter eggs. But keep a lookout. You're going to see a lot of different animals. You're going to see, for any guests that travel between our SeaWorld California Park and our SeaWorld Orlando Park, there's going to be some creatures that show up in our new attraction at SeaWorld California. The mantas and the rays will actually make an appearance in this film. That attraction in California has a coaster inside of a building as part of its experience, and they actually will go into a theater as well on a coaster, which is crazy. But those animals will actually be making an appearance down here as well. A manta and some eagle rays will be coming as cameos into this film, which is cool. And there's some other little tidbits, but I won't give them away quite yet.
So basically, everybody should come out and see it several times. I know you said it's a different experience every time you see it. So it's opening this spring, and thank you so much for chatting with us today.
Thank you. See you guys here. Bye-bye.